Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to the channel. You know, last night we had discussed about doing the battery terminals. I was kind of forced to. After I shut the camera off, I had a low crank. And I guess what I mean by low crank, it was slow cranking, and then obviously it started up. So I went ahead. The driver's side was pretty loose. You know, I could twist it pretty good. So I went ahead and changed the driver's side. I put my amp in there like it's supposed to. I put these three in there like that, and then these side, you know, this side is obviously all right, it'll fit. But everything was kind of in a hurry and not the way I wanted to. And then I just took the eyelet for the grid heater and put it underneath right here, and kind of just have it clamped underneath the wire on top of this. I am going to get a hold of these guys. This is Sky High Audio. I think it'd be kind of, unless I just make my own, I don't know. You know, if you didn't want to tin the end of your wires, this would be fine. But one of the things you could do is get some aluminum rod, copper rod, whatever, this same diameter right here, and cut some little slugs and then cut them in half and make basically half moons. And then as you tighten this set screw up, it basically pushes down on this wire and spreads it out and makes a really good positive connection. And you could do this on pretty much all of them just by making these little half moons different sizes, you know, whether it be here. That way you could really put any size you want in this aught size hole. That's kind of my thinking. I'm going to try and do that. I think I either have a bad battery or I have the start of a bad alternator. When I went out to my truck this morning, I started it up. It was fine. Like I said, after I shut the camera off, I had to take care of this last night. I apologize for not doing that, but basically all it is, you can see this is pressed down all the way, and then these are actually, you know, this is quite a bit thicker than what your post is. So what they used to have is a clamp style, just like these over here. I have my power probe set up over here just so I can show you a couple of things. You know, it was a clamp style just like this. And as you can see, on this positive side, it is bottomed out. And on this negative side, it is bottomed out, but it's got a sleeve inside here that you're supposed to leave in for negative. That's why you can use these on positive or negative. It don't matter which one it is. With these, they used to be a clamp style like that, and I think I said that in one of the previous videos. They went to a set screw, so you have a positive locking battery cable or battery terminal, basically. You know, as tightly as you can tighten that set screw up against this lug, it's going to be tight. I mean, you could get forceful with it and turn it, but you know, why would you want to do that? It's nice and tight. Leave it alone. I think I'm starting to have a bad alternator. The reason I say that is because, do a little adjustment. When I first started my truck this morning, it was running. I could tell I let my grid heater cycle, and my alternator, my charging gauge, it was clear down right on the verge of normal, which is right around 8 volts. This is, you know, it should be charging right around 14. After the truck ran for probably about a minute, it finally came up to the just above 14, 14.5, right around there. I just have a needle. I don't really have an actual gauge to tell what is actually charging at. When I left work today, it did the same thing. Now, since I've been home, came out here to start it just now, and it was fine. It was just right at that 14 range, and as I turned around, pulled into the garage, it popped up to 14.5. So we're just above 14. But you know, this battery here, right now, we're sitting right about 12.5, which is pretty good. We'll go over and check the other battery, and this side here is also reading 12.5. But what I want to do is start the truck up actually and see what it reads going back to each battery, and kind of get a reading on what it is reading. Take you inside the truck and then get the truck started up. We'll check this driver's side battery first, and then we'll go over and check the passenger side battery. And then I also want to check the post on the back of the alternator itself. You can see there how it's down low. Just about, oh no, I'm sorry, not 8, I apologize. But it's just down to just about the normal range. And as it runs, it will pick up. But I want to go out and check that voltage. Right, all you can see is climbing now. So I think that tells me that my alternator is going out. Right there you can see that's only putting out about 13.9. And that should be sitting right about 14.5 really. You want to be putting out about 2 volts more than what your actual charge system, what your charging system is. Let's go over and check this passenger side. That was about 14.1 on that side. On the back of the alternator, it's actually 14.2. So right now, it's actually putting out what it's supposed to. But what I would like to do is, I don't think the belt's slipping and picking up. I would like to be able to check it when I actually first start it up, and as I showed you in there in the beginning, how that needle was hanging down around, that's probably about the 10 volt mark on that first line. So I would like to actually check it then. So anyway, just a kind of quick video just to kind of show you. I think I have an issue. Actually, I think my alternator is going out, sitting at 12.7 there, which is fine. Not sure. If you guys have any suggestions at all, comments, put it down below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think possibly could be going on. I mean, if you really think about it, it does have the characteristics of a belt slipping in the beginning. You know, that alternator possibly not spinning, or it could be, I don't know, some dead cells within the alternator. But anyway, I think I'm going to probably, you know, I did what I could to check it here. The next thing, or next step I can do is to actually take it to one of my local auto stores, take it off. I don't think they can check them on the vehicle, but I'm not 100% certain. My next step will be actually taking it off, taking it to O'Reilly, Specman, someplace like that, and having it checked and getting a new one. I don't know what amperage this is. I know I will bump up in the amperage depending on what this is. I'm not sure what the biggest one they make. I want to say they make a 200 amp alternator for this. I really haven't ruled out possibly putting a snowplow on this truck, so I definitely want to have plenty of amperage if I decide to do that. Thinking of expanding some things and I guess making my life just a little bit busier, but as of right now, with summer coming to an end and leaf cleanup getting ready to start, I'm kind of just going to stay on the same path. Just kind of some future plans I'm thinking of for next year. So anyway, just kind of something I was thinking I wanted to share with you tonight. If you guys don't have one of these, you definitely want to pick one up. This is the Power Probe 3 is what I have. This is able to diagnose and do so many different things. It's not even funny. You can actually plug in and power things up as it just touches the wire over here. Because you can take and actually, like say you want to test a lamp and do that. Test the lamp, test positive, test negative, test the positive polarity of things. You can pretty much do, and it comes with instructions. It comes with a how-to CD, because it is by far smarter than I am as of right now, because I don't know that much about it. But I know enough that I like that a lot better than a regular just digital multimeter or voltmeter or whatever. I have used it a couple of times. This is only about the third or fourth time that I've used it, but I don't use a multimeter that often either. So if you guys are interested, I'll put a link in the description below for one of these. I'm pretty sure that she probably purchased this off of Amazon. We buy a lot of stuff on Amazon. I know I buy a lot of stuff on Amazon. So I'll put a link in the description below for the power probe if you guys want to check that out. And if you can please give me some feedback on what you might think is possibly going on, it'd be greatly appreciated. Right now I'm pretty much certain that I've got probably a bad alternator that's starting to go out. So I'm going to start there, take it off, see what they have to say, and kind of go from there. So anyway, if you guys don't mind, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, become part of the family. We'll talk to you later on. Bye-bye.